We are live on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on Instagram. Uh, Yesterday we talked about egg issues in IVF, and today I'll be talking about signs of ovulation for women, obviously. So it's a Saturday, it's a weekend. I'm sure you're free, I'm sure you're busy. Whatever you are doing, keep this live in the background. You can watch it at your free time, or you can share it, most importantly, with your friends that might need this video or will benefit from this video. Once again, good evening to you. My name is Dr. Babajide Alalade, and I'm one of your admins at AsktheGynaecologist Nigeria. ATG is an online Facebook, and we are also on ground. We are not just online alone, we are also on ground. We're not just some internet group, but we are live. And we have 2 laboratories in Lagos at Lekki Phase 2 and also at Agege. And we have 2 IVF centers in Lekki and also at Agege. And we have a dialysis center to help people as well in Agege. So we are doing what we can do. And also, most importantly, we are here on Facebook Live. Good afternoon, Feromi. Good afternoon, Olori, Unwuye, Benneth, and Deborah Omachi Adole. And we're also talking live as well on YouTube, and we are live on Instagram. Good morning, okay, Christy, Eileen Voice, and Anekwe, Jennifer, Ihioma Ogwanya. Tonight, this evening, I'll be talking about signs of ovulation. Signs of ovulation. So if you're free, tonight is the time to listen. I made a post of recent on Facebook, and I made mention what are the signs of ovulation. Lots of people answer. They put out what they think they are the signs of ovulation that they see, signs of ovulation that they know. And most people are spot on. They are right. They said exactly the things that are on my mind. But tonight I'll be going deeper to explain them more and to get them clarified. And just in case you have questions, this is the time to ask those specific questions as well. Okay? There's a time to ask those specific questions as well. My name is Dr. Alalade, Dr. Babajide, and tonight is the day that I'll be going and delving in deep into these discussions and clarifying any answer or any questions that you might have. Okay, so get set and let's start shortly. So, like I said yesterday, ovulation is a key event. I hope people can hear me clearly. Let me check my audio here. Go here. It's also good on Instagram. I'm not sure of it, but I think we are good. Ovulation is a key event that must happen for anybody to get pregnant, whether through IVF or through natural conception. Ovulation is a key event that must happen. Okay, it's a key event. Whether you're going to get pregnant naturally, you must ovulate at some point. Whether you're going to use egg donor during IVF, somebody must ovulate. The donor must ovulate. Whether you're going to use surrogate, somebody must ovulate to implant in the surrogate. So ovulation is a key event. There's no way you can do it. Okay, you must ovulate. Whether I choose super ovulation or inducing the ovulation, or you ovulating naturally, it must happen. It's a key thing. And the process of making people ovulate during IVF is different, a bit different. We try to simulate what happens naturally. But having said all that, what I want to discuss tonight is what are the symptoms or signs of natural ovulation. The first thing that comes to people's mind is usually mental change, physical change, and mood changes, basically under mental. And I'll be discussing these things under these 2 subheadings: the mental changes and the physical changes you notice in your body that could signify that you are ovulating. Okay, so please pay attention, and you definitely gonna have questions. And since you have those questions, and apart from that as well, this discussion obviously will even help to solidify and buttress the things you already know already. One of the commonest things about ovulation is that during ovulation, most people will have mood changes. They will be grumpy, some will be grumpy, some will be hyper sensitive to smell, okay, to the male smell. Yes, they smell, they love the sweaty man, the man that is perspiring, sweaty, all those strong testosterone body odor. Some women love it during the ovulation. Their sense of sex is heightened. Their mood is totally elevated. They are happy and they see everything as looking good. Any man that is around them at that time, they need to be cautious. Some women, they can't control themselves. That sexual urge is massive, it's high, it's so tempestuous around that time. Some days before ovulation and even a day or two afterwards is so ever present. So one of the commonest things about mood changes is that the sense of smell is high, the sense and the urgency of sex is also high, and people are hyposexual during that time. Another thing that could happen is there's a strong sense, the fact that they want to take risk. A lot of women will want to take so much risk during ovulation time. That's when people will do things that are out of the ordinary. Okay, I don't want to go much into that, but the sense of taking risk is so high during that time. Some women will even want to cheat. They want to take risks that normally they shouldn't take. Some women, they'll notice skin changes, physical things, skin changes. They have pimples, okay? And one of the other things that you might notice is that some women, they have slippery vaginal discharge. I said that yesterday. The juice of vagina is so slippery and is so thin. This is essential for good sperm motility. Sperm love to travel where there's no porthole. Sperm love to travel where there's no traffic signs. When there's good slippery vaginal discharge, it gives the sperm petrol. It makes the road smooth. It takes away and seals all those potholes in the vagina and makes the sperm move fast to get your target on time. This is very common. Another thing that happens during ovulation is that people, their vagina is so soft. Usually around the time of ovulation, people's vagina is very moist, okay? It's not as dry, and it's also, notice that the cervix comes down. The cervix is always high in the vagina, but during ovulation time, it comes a bit lower. Not down like that, like prolapse, no, but it comes down. And the reason that it's so receptive, it wants to suck in the semen, it wants to take in sperm quickly and fertilize the egg. You be having all these signs during ovulation has got nothing to do with your tubes. I've seen people that ovulate and their tubes are blocked, okay? The tube is only for one primary reason. The tube has nothing to do with you having ovulation or not ovulation. The tube is just an expressway, and the purpose of tube, the fallopian tube specifically, is a conveyor belt and highway to allow egg to move from point A to point B. Point A being your ovaries. Once the egg is released, point B means into the womb cavity. That is the only purpose of the fallopian tube. Anything other than that is nothing that is of concern during infertility. So even if there's no tube, people can still get pregnant with IVF. So the purpose of tube is just a conduit pipe, a passageway, a highway corridor from Lagos to Calabar. That is all what the fallopian tube is meant to do. Okay? So the fact that you have blocked tubes, right or left, has got nothing to do with the signs of ovulation you're going to have. Okay? Another common signs of ovulation is that you might have a small pain on one side, left or right, depending on where the egg is released from at that point in your menstrual cycle. Some people, they release egg from their right ovary. Some is from the left or right. Whichever side you're releasing the egg from at that particular time, you notice a sharp pain there. We call it mid-cycle pain, Messerschmitt pain. You call it in a medical word or in German language, Messerschmitt. There's a question here. It says, can someone conceive with retroverted uterus? Yes, and 100% yes. I'll talk about that shortly. Mrs. Kafi Adedigba, I'll talk about that retroverted uterus shortly. Okay, so stay tuned, okay? She asked, can someone conceive on retroverted uterus? I'll answer that shortly. So hold on. So we are still talking about the signs that people notice around ovulation. Signs of ovulation. And these signs, like I said again, could be mental, could be physical. I've talked about heightened sense of smell. I've talked about heightened sexual urge. I've talked already about skin changes, pimples. I've talked about slippery wet vaginal discharge. I've talked about sharp ovulation pain from one side of the leg. Another common sign is headache. People have headache around the time of their ovulation, and it's hormonal. Some people even have severe headache, migraine, okay? And all they want is to have intercourse, sex, to relieve that migraine and stress, okay? And some people, they have palpitation. They have to be doing bang, 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 bang. They just want to get laid, okay? Some people is so hyper that they must get laid or they're going to use dildo. And we all have different ways of responding to this. Some people is okay. Some people, they can't control. So you need to learn to tame it. And it happens to men too. But it's pronounced for some women during their ovulation time. Some people, it's a sense of the fact that they want to go out to the club to party. They want to engage in risky, I said it already, in risky behavior. They want to go out. They want to meet somebody. They want to go for things. They want to go out. They want to taste the world. And they just want to get laid. They are so hyper. It happens. It's not a demon. It's not some demon you need to bind. You just need to understand yourself, if that's you, and learn to control it. Okay? And once you know how to control it, everything has control. Once you know how to control it, you get it under control. Someone is asking a question here. How long can one conceive after internal ovulation? Okay. Hold on, my sister. I'll talk about that too. So we already have two questions here on the sister. Another question is saying that why does progesterone suddenly shoot up in early pregnancy or shut down in early pregnancy? No, it's supposed to go up. It doesn't shut down. In fact, once you get pregnant or once you ovulate, there's a part of the ovary what we call corpus luteal cyst, where actually you ovulate. When you ovulate, when you ovulate from the ovary, okay, so that's your ovary here. When you ovulate from the ovary, okay, that part of the ovary where you release egg form, a part of it can be filled with fluid. We call it a simple cyst. And a part of it is going to be there. We call it corpus luteum. That corpus luteum produces progesterone to support the growing pregnancy until the pregnancy gets to 12 weeks, when the pregnancy is able and powerful enough to produce its own progesterone through the placenta. So that corpus luteum is essential in surviving, is essential in protecting, is essential in the growth, is essential in the survival of the pregnancy. It produces progesterone. So your progesterone will go up when you get pregnant. In fact, to go up in the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. Okay. Now, if it falls down, it's not good. If it crashes, it can lead to miscarriage. Okay. Must one have slippery discharge during ovulation? No. Yesterday, I made it clear that you don't have to have a slippery discharge to confirm if you have ovulation or if you're ovulating or not. A slippery discharge is not important. It's not sacrosanct. It's not so desperately must have. No. A lot of people do ovulate and they don't see any slippery discharge. And I even said it yesterday, if that is you, if you're one of those people, all you need to do is to get a good lubricant. A good lubricant that is good and does not destroy or kill sperm. I also said yesterday that some lubricants destroy, some lubricants kill sperm. And you have to look at the lubricant you want to buy that it doesn't contain spermicidal that can kill and destroy kill and destroy sperm. There are a lot of lubricants that are actually very good. They don't destroy sperm and they make sex even sweet and they even make sperm travel fast. Read what you have before you buy. If you're not sure, ask the pharmacist. If you're not sure, come ask me so that I can give you advice before you buy them. Take a picture, send it to me. Okay. There's a question on the screen I forgot. Oh my God. Let me quickly scroll down. Can someone, okay, if you have a questions, please put it up. I've lost the order of the questions now. Can someone with low progesterone ovulate? Yes. But if you got low progesterone, okay, it depends on what time of the cycle is low. Now, progesterone fluctuates all through the 28 days or all through your menstrual cycle, depending on what day length you have of your cycle. The progesterone will fluctuate. So what we want is to make you ovulate, we check, or to know if you're ovulating, we check your D21 progesterone. Because if you ovulated, okay, your progesterone on day 21 of the cycle will be high to a certain level, which can give us assurance that you ovulated. Now, you can check your progesterone at any time or anytime you want during your menstrual cycle. It won't give you a true reflection of ovulation because it was done at the wrong time. To know if you're ovulating, we do your progesterone on day 21 of your cycle or 7 days before your period, depending on how long your period is. And we want it to be certainly above a certain number, usually around, I'll say comfortably around 18, to give us that comfort that you're ovulating. Please, how long can one conceive after dilatation? So once you have dilatation, if for example your cervix is blocked and we've dilated your internal os, your internal os is the opening of the cervix inside. Now, the cervix is a long tube, okay? The cervix is a long tube. Like, let me look for something to explain. I wish I can write on my board. I've taken the board inside to to do some lectures inside the house. Now, the cervix is a long tube, and that long tube has one opening in on the one side and another opening on the other side. So that cervix, which is the neck of your womb, has got opening to the outside side to your vagina, another opening into your womb cavity. The internal os is the one that opens into the womb cavity. If it's blocked for any reason, we can dilate them, okay, and it opens it up. Once you see your next period, as soon as possible, once your period comes, okay, you can start trying for pregnancy. I hope I've answered your question. Can I get pregnant when I'm not ovulating? If you're not ovulating and you're not ovulating, how do you know you're not ovulating? Have you done tests, or are you saying you're not ovulating because you didn't see mucus? If you're saying you're not ovulating because there's no mucus, then that is not right. To know if you're not ovulating, you need to do all the tests to know FSH, LH, your progesterone day 21 or whatever day it is. Do your progesterone, and then we can know whether you're ovulating or not. And if you're not ovulating, we can know what to treat. Because if your prolactin is high as well, we know why you're not ovulating. If your thyroid hormone is high or low, we know why you're not ovulating. So you need to do your hormonal profile. Then we can, basic ones, not everything. Then we can know why you're not ovulating, and we can see if we can fix it. Is it possible to ovulate and no egg is released? If you ovulate, you are releasing egg. It's simple as that. Once you say ovulation, you are saying that you are releasing egg. So if you say you ovulate, you're not releasing egg, you are talking, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you're not making sense. I'm saying that it doesn't work. Okay, so don't get offended, please. Don't get offended. So I'm saying that if you say you're ovulating, but you didn't release egg, then you ovulate in the first instance, because ovulation is about releasing egg. All right. What are the signs of low progesterone? Honestly speaking, sign of low progesterone is usually you don't get pregnant when you've done everything you can do to get pregnant. That's the best sign. Not getting pregnant. That's the best sign. If you try regular sex, about 1 year, you have 35, no pregnancy, regular sex every other day, no tube blocked, sperm is okay, no fibroid, no polyps, you're doing regular sex, no pregnancy, likely you got low progesterone. Check do your scan. Check your LH, FSH hormone to see if you got PCOS, so you can know what you need to fix. And check your hormones, prolactin, thyroid hormone, and all this. And then you can know what needs to be fixed if there's any issue. Thyroid Justina Husu, Sopulu Bang, Aga Okoro Neka, Francisca Mo. Thank you so much. I'm Mariam Lasisi Affa 5, Akobi Scholar. I am BC 17. I'm trying to milk out more. Esther Owusu, good morning, good evening. Trying to milk out more questions here on this screen. So hold on for me. Can I get pregnant outside of my ovulation period? Yeah, you can. Can I get pregnant outside my ovulation period? Yes, you can. I said it yesterday as well that a lot of people trying to get pregnant having sex during ovulation alone gives themselves 40% chances of getting pregnant. And in any exam in the world, 40% is not a good score. So I said to get pregnant, don't focus only on having sex during ovulation. Try and have sex even every other day. By having sex every other day, whether you're ovulating or not, increases your chances of getting pregnant, because you're increasing the odds of pregnancy happening by having sex every other day. So the only time you can avoid sex, obviously, is during your period. But obviously, having sex every other day is not easy because you can be busy. But just have sex randomly. If you like, have it during your ovulation, but also have it outside the ovulation. I've seen many people, they got pregnant on having sex on day 7. As soon as their period finished like this on day 5, they had sex on day 7 and they got pregnant. And they didn't have any other sex. I can tell you, and I'm sure you got many friends all over the world, they can attest to the fact that they had sex maybe on day 8, day 9. And that's what they did. And they got pregnant. It's possible. It's possible. Another thing that causes confusion with ladies, all over the world, not Nigeria only, is about this egg white. Yes, it's good to see egg white. It means that you're probably ovulating. But the fact that you are seeing egg white doesn't mean everything is okay. Your tubes could be blocked and you still see your egg white. You could have fibroid, blocking things, and you still see egg white. Okay, that doesn't mean you can get pregnant or not. That's why you should also do all the full basket of tests to check why you're not getting pregnant. Egg white is not just the only thing you need, you know. Vivian Nwoko, good evening. Thank you, Cynthia Gio. Cynthia is our manager now in Agege, and she's on board and she's answering and giving people all the address and phone numbers to our center. Our IVF center is located in Lagos, Lekki Phase 2, and also in Agege on the mainland. Cynthia is putting all our addresses and phone numbers for our offices on the screen right now. And this is a special thing. You're confused. You're doing everything you can. Pregnancy is not yet happening. This is your time to make that decision. And this is time to make a decision. And ATG IVF Center Foundation is where you're supposed to be. Call that place on Monday and we'll speak with you and we'll get you on board. You don't have to pay all your full fee for IVF to start. Only a deposit gets you on the board. And if you do get pregnant while waiting for IVF, we give you your money back, guarantee. Okay, so don't waste time. What's keeping you waiting? Call, get the full details. Let's start your journey. Or you're not sure yet, come to our office, do all your full fertility tests, your hormonal profile, your ultrasound scan. Let us know where the problem is, your semen analysis. Get it done by our expert in biologists. Let's know what is the problem you have, and we can know what we need to do to fix it. And whenever we give you a recommendation, please follow through. Can someone with low AMH have regular period? Yes, you can, because you have low petrol in the tank, because you have low AMH, which means that you have low reserve, because the petrol in the motor is low, doesn't mean the car won't move. The car will move. You see ovulation. You can even get pregnant even at 52. But low AMH means you got low reserve. It means if we're going to stimulate you for IVF, we'll get low egg out. It means if we stimulate you for IVF, we're not going to get much egg retrieved. That's all it means. It's a way to plan for your IVF. So having low AMH doesn't mean you're not going to ovulate. Doesn't mean you can't get pregnant. Do you have a branch in Ghana? No. Our offices are only in Lagos. Only in Lagos. Not Abuja, not Kano, not Kaduna, not Ogun, not Port Harcourt. Maybe we're going to open there shortly. I don't know. But we are in Lagos, in Lekki Phase 2, and also in Agege at present. Okay? And our addresses are already on the screen. Good afternoon, my sister Adeshola Akuboye. God bless you. Thank you so much for coming today. Banks Lovett. There's a question here on YouTube. It says, what is the remedy for low FSH, low LH, low estrogen? How can I improve my air quality due to PCOS? If you have PCOS, the best thing to do to improve air quality is 1, lose weight. Lose 5 kilogram body weight. Start. You will see a massive change. Number 2, take your fertility supplement, which is the what? Fatty Lady. You don't know where to get it? Call our center on Monday. They will get it to you. Now, somebody asked a question about retroverted uterus. Can you get pregnant with it? Yes. Retroverted uterus, retroverted means it's tilted to the back. Most women are tilted to the front. But the fact that your womb is tilted to the back only makes intercourse a bit uncomfortable. But people with retroverted uterus can get pregnant because there's nothing blocking the tube. There's nothing blocking the cervix. There's nothing blocking or having issue with the sperm. But anybody with retroverted uterus, okay, that has blocked tubes, that is not ovulating, that has fibroid, will not get pregnant easily. Or that has poor sperm. So retroverted uterus in essence is basically a normal variation of the way the womb is tilted, and it does not cause infertility. It can make sex uncomfortable, but the God wanted to do it, getting pregnant or not. How to improve your LH and FSH? LH, FSH, if you show that you got PCOS, lose weight 5 kg, it will change. Case closed. Honestly. And as well, we also do ovarian rejuvenation in our center, where people that have got low air quality, we do rejuvenation with a platelet infusion, and it improves air quality. During my course IVF in India, there was a discussion on about it and how to do it. And there's a fact, it's documented that it improves air quality. It improves air quality. One thing that I do for people that are menopausal, trying to get pregnant, if they have the funds, is to do ovarian rejuvenation, right, before the IVF and uterine infusion. Ovarian rejuvenation, uterine infusion, they go together. It helps to prepare the womb getting ready for pregnancy. It might take time. It doesn't work for everybody, but for those that have time to be, almost 2 months around, or they're in Nigeria for some reason, and they can be in Nigeria for almost 2 months, they have that ample time opportunity, or they can come in, get it done, go back and come back for the IVF later on within 6 months. It makes the womb prepare and get ready and revitalized to receive the implanted egg as soon as possible. So ovarian rejuvenation, and uterine infusion is one way thing to think about and to consider and to do. Yeah, so Atolongo, Ayi Batere, I've already got your question already. Alamu Adewonke, thank you. Buki Odufuye, thank you so much for joining today, Miss Buki Odufuye. Thank you, Miss Wumi. 3 others, thank you so much. Queen Ira, Miss Wumi, I'm so happy and delighted to be your host tonight. Basirat Afolayon, once again, good evening to you. This is Dr. J at AsktheGynaecologist. Is there any other way to bypass HSG? There are other tests to do to check if the tubes are blocked. One of those tests is HSG. But the HSG is the cheapest and most easily accessible. Another thing you can do is to do what we call laparoscopy and diet test. For laparoscopy, you need to be put to sleep. A camera needs to be put into your tummy, belly button to look into your tubes, and they will flush your tubes from vagina and see if the fluid comes into your tubes while the camera is in your belly button looking into your tummy. Obviously, going with the camera, there's a risk of bowel damage, bowel injury, blood vessel bleeding, and all the things that can go wrong during laparoscopy. We will do that in cases where we also suspect that we might need to treat some ovarian problems. So if somebody has endometrioma, ovarian cyst, extrauterine fibroid, want to deal with it, we can do those and then do the dye test for the tubes during laparoscopy. A bit expensive. It needs a good skilled surgeon to do that. So that's one of the things and ways you can bypass HSG. And then we can bypass HSG to do sonohysterogram, where we use fluid under ultrasound scan to check if the fluid goes through the tubes, and we see if the fluid spills into the side on one side and spills on the other side. So that's another thing, sonohysterogram. So that can be done as well. It's done under ultrasound scan, and it needs good skills. Someone to be skilled enough to know what they're doing to do that for you. So these are the things you can do to check the tubal patency to see if the tubes are blocked if you don't want to do HSG. But I can tell you, everything has a price, okay? And HSG is still one of the best and easily accessible, cheap, almost comes next to nothing, okay? All right, so I need to go off now. I'm happy I've been able to touch base today. If you have questions, let's take more questions, and then I will close this program quickly tonight, this evening, okay? Let's take more questions, and then we close the program. I've got a question. Isioma Moemeka, can one take paracetamol when having headache during ovulation? Yes, you can. It's safe. What drugs can one with hypolactin take? We have bromocriptine, Paloder, Bomegon. They are all safe to treat hypolactin. Okoyemi Ogunyemi, thank you so much. Thank you, at Talongo. Yes, Umabara, please, I'm sorry, I might have missed your question. Please ask me them again. Flake Diva, thank you so much. Balana Deniji and my sister ATG Stalwart to the call. Tola. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I appreciate it. I can see you there. You're wonderful. You're blessed. Thank you so much. I need a girl child. Yes, let's do that for you. ATG IVF girl gender selection. Is there anything it can be done with blocked cervix? If your cervix is blocked, we can just do simple cervical dilatation, and then we can flush with doing sonohysterogram to see that it's unblocked. So yeah, you can do cervical dilatation, or you can do hysteroscopy, or you can do sono. Okay, it helps to open it up. So you can do cervical dilatation, hysteroscopy, sono. They help with unblocking the cervix. Okay, but the cervix is the neck of the womb. It's not your tube. Okay, this is the cervix here. Okay, and this is vagina. This is cervix here, and then the womb, and then the tubes. Cervix is different from the tube. Basilia, Ebere, love it. Apart from a legal office, any other branch, no. I've said it again. I'll say it again. Our offices are only in our offices are only in Lagos, and it's in Lekki Phase 2, and also on the mainland. Linda, baby of G, Cynthia is our manager, and she's not making me miss any question. No. In fact, if I miss question, Cynthia will put the question up. Cynthia is not making me miss any question. She's my manager, and she's on board here to ensure that things is going smoothly. And if I miss any question, Cynthia, please, can you please put up the question again? HSG is not solution to unblocking tubes. A lot of people think that HSG is to unblock tubes. HSG tells us if your tubes are blocked, okay? But having said that, hysteroscopy too is not to unblock tubes. Hysteroscopy is just a camera test to look into your womb cavity. Hysteroscopy does not, and it's not designed to unblock tubes. So I know in Nigeria we like shortcuts. It's our nature, okay? It's an ancestral thing, okay? It's not you. It's just our DNA. We like shortcuts. HSG is to check and to diagnose if the tubes are blocked. Hysteroscopy is to check the womb cavity. Chikena, womb cavity. Hysteros in Old Latin means womb. Scopy means to look. So basically, to look into the womb. Now, having said that too, I've seen many women that they came for HSG. They've not gotten pregnant for years. During the HSG, the fluid went in, they felt a sharp pain, and the contrast went in, and we can see that both tubes are open. They have sex the next week or 2 weeks afterwards on their next cycle, and they got pregnant. Now, it could have meant that definitely the tube wasn't blocked, because if the tube is blocked, it's blocked. Maybe by infection, it's blocked. But some people, they have some debris in their tube, okay, and HSG is just lucky enough to clear that debris, idoti, and it clears that tube, and they got pregnant. So on that note, HSG may have helped them to clear their tubes. So by all means, if you're going for pregnancy, you want to get pregnant, that fear that your friends are putting to you, that fear that your comrades are putting to you, that HSG is very painful, take it away. In fact, that HSG that might just be what you need to make you pregnant. Get it done to know if the tubes are blocked. And if it's blocked, you at least you know now, you're not in the dark. And if you are lucky, it opens your tube. Good for you. God has answered your prayer. So, drugs to improve egg quality, fertility woman is available at our office. Just text our office or call our office on Monday. All our numbers on that screen, on this your screen, they are all WhatsApp enabled. So just text us on today. Obviously, we are close to Monday. On Monday, first thing, Cynthia will reply you. She's that efficient. She'll reply you before 10, before 11. You get a reply back on Monday. 24 hours reply quickly. And she'll tell you how it can be delivered to you wherever you are in Nigeria. Okay, so don't worry. So tomorrow, Monday morning, text us. Cynthia will reply you, or Feromi, one of our admins will reply you, and they will get your stuff to you wherever you are. It may come with a small fee, delivery fee, but it get to you. We have GIG. They'll send it to you. So don't panic at all. I'm going to go off now, and they'll catch up again as soon as possible. Thank you so much, guys, for listening today. I really appreciate you all, ladies. You're wonderful people, beautiful people, amazing people. You give me the energy, the enthusiasm, the power, and the joy from God to come here through you. Thank you so much. I love you all. I hope to see you again. Once again, your one and only Dr. Babaji Lalade, AsktheGynaecologist Nigeria. See you soon. Bye-bye.